here on board Bird on the Wing. A nice warm cup of tea here. Rory here, he's got a nice cup of coffee. It's his first coastal. How you going, mate?
Very well, thanks Andrew. Very well indeed.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So here on the Romanzo we're looking pretty good as we're coming out of North Head and heading away. Got most of the big multis behind us, which we like to see. There's North Head, as you can see there's Kotuku there behind us. Got Apache and Catian.
On the good ship attitude, 8.5. Cozy times on the front tram, eh Andy?
Absolutely, mate.
Yep.
Out to the tram. Seabass is passing out.
Yep. Seabass on the helm.
Yep. Daniel down there.
The best view. We watched everyone else start, which is pretty exciting from the back. Yep. We're glad to be back in the race and on the humps of wood.
See where everyone else went wrong and just totally that.
So here on Romanzo we're picnicking on the foredeck for lunch, as you do, nice and sunny, making good time through Tui Passage and heading north finally instead of tacking around all over the place.
Yo Andy, mighty ship attitude. Where are we, miss? Wow! Yeah! Send it!
So here on Romanzo at 5:30 this afternoon we're just going by this big lump of dirt called Sail Rock, and these lumps of dirt here which are hen and chicks.
Hey! Sundowners on the frenzy. Got Rodney back there.
It's on board attitude, coming up to Sail Rock and the hen and chicks.
So did we finish? No, to the short answer. We decided about 10 miles south of Cape Breton if we weren't going to get around Cape Breton by midday. And looking at the forecast, we just weren't going to get here today. So challenging race, my God, coming up the coast. I've seen the lead change so many times throughout the night. Longest coastal I've done, I'm knackered. But I'll tell you what, I'm up here now, sun's shining, it's brilliant. I'm pleased I'm here, but what a challenge all night. The leads keep changing, it was a game of chess, no wind, lots of wind, challenging the seaway, absolute pain in the arse, but we're here and it was a great challenge. So pleased we're here, but it's not all about the challenge getting up here, it's also about what we do when we get up here in Russell. And on a great day like today, and just sit back in the sun and enjoy the bay for what it has to offer. It's what the coastal's mostly about.
Well, we hit the start and we were first over the line. We gunned it. We shot through the Turi Passage really quickly, and we saw some boats that run aground. Not us, but fantastic.
Cheltenham.
Okay, well, okay.
Just went downhill.
Yes, well, we did, but due to our Jacques Cousteau depth sounder, we decided to do touch and go. And yes, we touched. And
Uncle Trev's gone.
the only way to get off was to get all the crew on the leeward side, but we got off, and we actually made a lot of ground up the side of of Auckland when everyone else was against the tide. So by the time we got through Turi, we were only about, we were in the maybe top 20 boats, so we thought we'd do quite well for starting last. Originally we planned to go outside the Hen and Chicks, and then we decided to go on the inside, just stay on the rum line. We saw there might be a bend in the wind going more east, so we tried to head out after that, and we stayed out a little further than some boats. We had boats further out than us as well, so then we hit in that hole, and that was the end of the story. And unfortunately we didn't finish the race. We were about 1 hour from the finish.
It was long, but unfortunately we didn't finish on our multi. We had to withdraw because it was just run out of wind. But it was a beautiful night on the water, and it's one of the longest races I've done in a while, but it's actually nice to get out there in the dark, because normally on the multis we're here kind of before dark, so it's nice to do something a bit different for once. It's all pretty much as expected. It's just unusual for us in the multis. You know, normally we've got a lot of speed upwind and we're tacking through the big boats, but when you don't have a lot of wind in the multis, you're tacking through the small boats, and it's totally different race, which is quite cool. Yeah, especially tacking past up, tacking through Cape to the Kaka. You know, there's just like heaps of boats going everywhere, and but you know, everyone had their lights on, which was nice for once. Still here and can't wait for the party tonight, and it's just so nice to be in Russell. It's such a good little town for this event, and it's, you know, the perfect little waterfront for it, and it's cool. We've got all the multis here having a good raft up.
Okay, thank you.
To be out there, and you know, it wasn't exactly the conditions that you want to get for the PIC Coastal Classic, but you know, it was great to be able to say that we were the first boat to the bay, and yeah, awesome result for us, really great result, and you know, the crew are stoked to have competed in our first race. The hardest part by far was definitely Cape Breton. I think, you know, you had to make the decision whether to go inside or outside. I've only ever gone inside, and we made the gamble and went outside. It's a little bit extra to sail, but I think it paid off because it meant that we didn't get stalled for too long. What's next? Hopefully a bit of a faster delivery back to Auckland. But you know, we're going to take a bit of a breather, do a bit of work on the boat, and you know, try and get involved in as many of the local races as we possibly can. You know, we can only control what we can do here in New Zealand at the moment, so that's our next aim.